It'll go ahead and translate, yeah.
Yes, I am.
All right.
Good morning. This is call number 2013-34531 in the interest of Aaron and Leonardo. Aaron Sandoval Flores and Leonardo Sandoval. Will the parties please raise your right hand to be sworn?
Este es el caso 2013-34531 en el interés de Eren, Aarón, Fernando Sandoval Flores y Leonardo Sandoval. Por favor, levante la mano derecha.
You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
¿Juran decir la verdad, toda la verdad delante de Dios?
Sí.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Mi nombre
Señora, por
es
favor, diga su nombre y su relación a los niños.
mi nombre es Yesenia Elizabeth Flores y soy la mamá de Aarón Sandoval y Leonardo Sandoval.
Yesenia Elizabeth Flores, and I am the mother of Aaron and Leonardo.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the children?
Señor, ¿cuál es su nombre y la relación de usted a los niños?
Mi nombre es Rómulo Sandoval. Soy papá de Aarón Sandoval y Leonardo Sandoval.
Romelo Sandoval, and I am the father.
And representing the father?
It's Bob Garcia.
All right, representing the state?
Toya Armstrong, representing the Office of the Attorney General.
All right, this is just going to be a reset, is that correct, Ms. Armstrong?
Correct, Your Honor. He's already placed on a deferred commitment. We're going to reset that deferred commitment and ask the court to swear him to return for March 25th.
All right,
2020.
Mr. Sandoval, this matter is being reset to March 31st, 2021.
25th,
Señor
sir.
San-
Go ahead,
March-
Mr. Barrera. I'm sorry,
Señor
March
Sando-
31st, is that correct?
No, 25th, March 25th.
March 25th.
My birthday, Judge.
Okay, Maria's fired.
Okay, uh-oh. Is that the right date,
Okay.
Arnold? March 25th,
Yes,
right?
March
Yeah.
25th.
Yes.
Okay, this matter, Mr. Sandoval, this matter is being reset to March 25th, 2021. You're sworn to return on that day. If you do not appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest.
Señor Sandoval, esta corte se va a posponer a una fecha al marzo 25, 2021. Si usted no aparece, una orden de arresto puede ser ordenada contra usted.
You understand
Sí.
that?
¿Usted entiende eso?
Sí.
Yes.
right. Anything else, folks?
Nothing
Please
for
don't
the,
fire me. Please
All
don't
right,
fire Maria.
¿Algo más? No.
okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Yo también tengo que presentarme.
You can talk to
Here also?
the AG about it.
Tiene que hablar con la oficina de la Attorney General en un momento.
We have another case.
I
Okay.
do, Your Honor. If people on my Adacoa case, you can go ahead and put on your video and unmute yourself. And everyone
¿Pueden salir de esta junta? Sorry. ¿Pueden salir de esta junta y regresar a la que estábamos anterior, por favor?
Thank you, Arnold. All right.
All right, you,
We're missing one person. I'm missing your client, Attorney Darian.
Yeah, he was just on.
I did see him.
Yeah, you told him to mute himself, and I think he might have took it as getting off totally. Hold on,
Okay.
Okay, he's asking me for the meeting ID. Let me text it to him now. 7.
I'm looking at the docket sheet here, and this matter was transferred to the 247th District Court.
Our modification, Your Honor? When was it? I don't show, it was, what day do you show that it was transferred?
The motion for enforcement of possession and access was
Oh,
transferred to
yes.
the 247th.
That's
And
correct.
this is an enforcement of a child support?
This
Or
is
what
just
is this?
This is just confirmation and modification of child support. The enforcement was filed by dad to enforce mom's visitation. The fourth
Okay, right. Okay, hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay, this party, Mara is muted. And so is Miss
Yes.
Del Valle. Okay,
I'm here, Your Honor.
Hi.
all right. Everybody's here now?
No,
Yeah.
we're still waiting for the non-custodial parent, Adewale Adekoa. I don't see him.
All right.
They're both represented by counsel.
And I just gave him the meeting ID. He should be logging in any second now.
All right.
So he's probably in the waiting room, Judge. You're gonna have to let him in.
He entered into the waiting room. Do I admit him? Is that what I do?
Yeah, just admit him, and then he'll pop on this main room here with the rest of
Oh.
us.
All right.
There he is.
There he is. All right.
His audio, so he can't hear us yet. Okay, now it says connected. Okay, go ahead and unmute yourself and turn your video on, Mr. Adekoa. Okay, now we're ready, Judge.
All right. This is call number 2014-10354 in the interest of Noah Adekoa. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Mara Arsenault, and I'm his mother, Noah's mother.
All right, and representing the mother?
Attorney Tamisha Del Valle, Your Honor.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the child?
Wale Adekoya, and I'm Noah Adekoya's father.
All right, and representing the father?
Darian L. Constance. Judge.
All right, and for the state?
Toya Armstrong, representing the Office of Attorney General.
All right, what are we doing today, Ms. Armstrong?
All right. The first thing I'd like to do, Your Honor, is just have a docket sheet entry made for everyone's appearance today in court on our action, and also to Mr. Adekoa agree to service by acceptance. His attorney has received a copy of our petition. That's the first thing.
All right, is that correct, Mr. Constant?
Yes, sir, that is correct, Judge.
All right. All right, so the father's attorney has confirmed that the father has received a copy of the petition. What else are we doing?
The second thing, Your Honor, is to give receipt of a counter petition that was filed by mom, her attorney. The next thing is for Mr. Adekoa to give his current residential address on the record. We've been having some issues with him being forthcoming with his address, so I needed that placed on the record as well.
All right, Mr. Constant, do you have that?
Yes, Judge, I have it, but Mr. Okoye is actually on the line, so I will let him answer that. Hold on
Okay.
for me really briefly.
Ms. Mara, please unmute yourself.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Judge, did you want that information from me or did you want Mr. Okoye? Because I think the purpose was to have him under oath with you.
All right, Mr. Okoye,
Yes, sir.
what is your address?
Yes, 1255 Eldridge Parkway, apartment 621, Houston, Texas, 77077.
Okay. Right. All right, and then the next item, Your Honor, is this case, because this is Mr. Adekoya's first appearance, we need some discovery that needs to take place as of obtaining mom's insurance information and dad's income information from all of his sources of income. So we want to reset this case to, I believe we said February 25th, 2021, so that discovery can take place.
Is that February 25 or 26?
Yes, sir. 2/5.
All right.
And then there's two more issues. When you're ready.
Oh, all right. This matter is going to be, hearing is reset to February 25th, 2021. Mr. Adekoya, you're sworn to return on that day. If you do not appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand that?
Correct, I understand.
All right. What else we got?
The next, yes, sir. The next issue is that I need to have Mr. Adekoya announce on the record that he did receive the discovery documents, and all those discovery documents need to be done prior to coming to court as part of the discovery, to make sure him and his attorney received.
All
those
right, Mr.
requests.
Constantine, are you his attorney on this child support enforcement action?
No, Judge, I am not. Judge, I really don't think we'd be regressive if I explained to you how I got to this point. But to answer your question, no. But I can assure that he has received those documents with regard to the discovery request.
Okay, so you are not, I'm not marking him present with,
No,
he's
correctly.
pro se. He's pro se in this
No,
matter.
Your Honor, that's incorrect.
No, Judge, I filed documents on this case, Judge, a non-suited, and I was informed that I was still an active party. So that's, I don't know if that provides clarity or not, but he is not pro se, no.
He's
Okay.
representing him on this child support action. Yes, sir.
Okay,
And he has separate counsel for the enforcement.
all right, okay.
For the
So,
visitation enforcement. That's in district court.
all right.
And then for the last issue, I could turn it over to Attorney Deval to explain the last issue left for
Thank
today.
you.
Okay, hold on a minute. Mr. Adekoya, you've received the discovery papers, is that correct?
I can't confirm if I have received any discovery papers.
Okay, well, who submitted those to him and how?
Your Honor, so there's actually, I guess, two sets of discovery. In the original paperwork filed by the Attorney General, they're requesting discovery within their pleadings. In my counter petition, in the counter petition that I filed, I submitted discovery as well. And
Okay, but
so,
your counter petition regards the possession and access, is that correct?
no, Your Honor.
No.
It's with regards to this case.
It's also regarding to this case, so.
Yes, Your Honor. So I submitted discovery through not realizing that Mr. Constant was not the attorney of record. I sent it to the attorney who's representing him for the enforcement. But Mr. Constant did confirm earlier that he is in receipt of those discovery requests.
Yeah, Judge, discovery is not an issue.
Okay, well, I am admonishing the father that he needs to answer those requests for discovery prior to February 25th, hopefully at least 10 days prior to that date. Is that agreeable to you, Mr. Constant?
Yes, sir, absolutely, Judge.
Okay, and what else? We got one more issue here.
So I'm so sorry. Can you clarify? Did you extend the discovery deadline till 10 days before the next hearing? I
Yes.
think okay, because the discovery request went out December 20th. So he would
December-
have, I'm
hold
sorry,
on.
October 20th, which would by law give him 30 days to respond. And our next court hearing is not until February 25th. Are you
Correct.
giving him 4 months to respond to the discovery? Instead of the statutory
The new
30
reset
days?
date, the new reset date is February 25th. So that is
Yes,
November,
it's
December,
February
January. It
25th.
is 4 months out.
Right, so the discovery requests were submitted October 10th. So the response deadline is somewhere around November, I'm sorry, I misspoke, October 20th, which would make the response deadline somewhere around November 20th.
All right. Fathers admonished regarding responding to recovery not later than December 20th, 2020. All right, we've got one more issue here.
Okay, so
somewhere.
for clarification purposes, he has 2 months to respond to discovery deadlines, correct?
It's got until December 20th.
All right, 2 months, December 20th. The last matter that I would like to address at this time, Your Honor, is some injunctive language that I've requested and included in the counter petition. There have been some behavioral issues that we've observed between the parties, and I'd like to correct it, especially since it's going to be 4 months out. The language it's pretty standard. We're just requesting that neither party use corporal punishment with regards to the child. We're asking that the child not be allowed to be left in the care of the paternal grandmother. That particular stipulation is currently it's already part of the order of the court. So we're just asking for that to be reaffirmed. Making disparaging remarks to the child about the child, or making disparaging remarks to the child or within hearing range of the child about the other parent, their family, or spouses. I'm also asking that the parties avoid physical altercations with others while in the presence of the child, that the parties avoid threatening or harassing behavior towards the other parent and the parent's spouses or significant others, and moving the child from the geographic restricted area except by the agreement of the parties. And so I'm asking that this be made joint and mutual for both parties.
Judge, if I might respond.
Yes, sir.
A moment of clarity. First and foremost, counsel is asking the court verbally to make this a mutual injunction, but her pleadings suggest otherwise. And I'm reading directly from the pleadings. Counter petition requests the court, after trial on the merits, to grant the following permanent injunctions, against Mr. Adekoye. So I want to clarify that this was an actual mutual injunction. I don't know if she misspoke.
No, I did not misspeak. I stated just now when I spoke that I'm asking that that be made joint and mutual.
Okay, so in other words, what you're asking for today is not what you're asking for in the pleadings. I just want to be clear. I'm not, being, I want it to be mutual if, if it's agreed to, if judge agrees to it, but I just want to be clear that this is what you're asking for is mutual.
I'm asking for this to be a temporary order of the court and that the order be joint and mutual between the parties.
Okay, all right. And judge.
Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on. There is currently an enforcement of possession and access. Is
That was my
correct?
next point,
That would be under that would be under that suit, not under a child support enforcement case. I'm not issuing injunctions on a child support case regarding.
We're just simply asking that the parties behave and not communicate with regards to the child, because we're having some issues with that.
I understand,
right now.
but that's out of my purview. I mean, I deal with child support. I don't deal with injunctions on visitation and so forth and so on. So you'll have to be asking the two, whatever the court is, 247th.
But Your Honor, if I may clarify, it's not actually injunctions on visitation. I'm asking that the parties behave themselves.
I'm not granting any injunctions on this enforcement matter. Okay. So if you want that really pertains more to a possession and access situation. Doesn't have anything to do with whether he pays child support or not. And that's the only thing that I hear. So you'll have to go to 247th. I will admonish both parties to follow those requests because it's not in the best interest of the child that you be disparaging each other or endangering the child in any way. So I would encourage both parties to follow the council's request, but I'm not issuing an order at this time. Anything further?
No, Judge, not from this side.
One
Yes.
more issue about communication with the child while the child's in the other parent's possession. I don't know if
No,
that's something, okay, would be the same thing.
we're not doing that. It's still 247
Even, so
purview.
Your Honor, can I just ask one thing? Even if it's already agreed to by the parties, you won't allow it to be added to the order?
Even if-
That particular matter was agreed to by the parties with regards to electronic communication. So are you saying that
I
even
don't-
with the agreement of the parties?
I don't have the power to do anything about possession and access. Can I make it clear? I do not have, this court does not have the power to deal with possession and access enforcement of any type. All right, so you're gonna need to go to the 247th if you wish orders to be entered in that regard. Anything else?
I would like to address at this time, I do believe,
Address what?
oh, sorry. I do believe that part of my order, so that I can get these motions, these matters addressed, part of the counter petition does ask that the pleadings be remanded to the district court. Would you be willing to consider that at this time? Because I've not actually seen an answer to that.
This was transferred to the
Enforcement.
247th district court.
My understanding is that the enforcement portion was, but not this case, Your Honor.
You understanding that what? I'm sorry?
The enforcement, the
Of
other
possession
matter
and
that's pending.
access.
The
Of possession and
enforcement
access,
portion.
yes. So you want everything transferred to that court?
If that's the only place where I can get everything addressed, then yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, well, I mean, really, they ought to hear everything. It makes it a lot easier if it's consolidated over in the 247. So the child support enforcement action is transferred to the 247th.
Okay, in that case, the February 25th, 2021 is not the court date for this case. I will have to have the AAG for that court get a court date in the 247th then.
Well, but I'm swearing him to return
On the 25th.
here on the 25th of February, 2021. If that is changed by the court, the 247th, then he'll be sworn to return another date by the 247th. But right now, he's under my jurisdiction. So if I don't swear him in, then you got to reserve him.
Well, he doesn't have to be sworn to return. There's no enforcement. It's just a modification and confirmation. There's no contempt. There's no contempt in our action.
Oh, there's no contempt.
No, sir.
No.
It's just a modification and a confirmation. It's a non-contempt.
All right, so you're going to have to get the 247th to set a hearing date. If you need
Yes,
to do
sir.
that.
And I'll send
I'm
an
okay
email.
there, sitting by the elevator.
I mean, the AAG for that.
Yeah, okay.
All right, anything else?
No, Judge.
I don't
No,
think
Your
so.
Honor.
Okay, thank you, folks.
Thank you. If everyone can wait on for a second after we get cut off the YouTube.
Sure.